How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. So, we are down at the river that sort of runs adjacent to the farm, because I thought it would be a nice little spot to hang out for a few minutes, because it is a story time. So, in the last vlog, we had a bit of an incident. So, I drove past the old man's house, and I saw a vehicle outside that looked suspiciously like Clifford's vehicle. But I kind of thought that, no, that's very unlikely. So I just sort of went about my business and ignored it. And later on, we brought the John Deere back to, well, the shed. And there was a bunch of other vehicles outside. And I was like, ooh, this is bad. This has Clifford written all over it. So I'll admit, I kind of reacted on emotion. And I jumped out the tractor and ran into the house. And honestly, my only plan in that moment was I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna knock this guy's lights out, because I'm just kind of fed up with Clifford at this point. To my surprise though, I barged through the front door to indeed find Clifford. But I found a very different Clifford than what I'm used to. I kind of found a Clifford that was kind of wetting himself a little bit, I think. Because it turns out the other vehicles that were there were not Clifford's cronies. They were friends of the old man. Now, it turns out if you live in an area like this long enough, and you do business in an area like this long enough, you meet people. You meet a lot of different people in a lot of different professions. Some of those professions being quite high up professions, and then these people eventually over the years become friends, and these friends are gonna look out for you. So the way I understand it is Clifford rocked up here, so obviously he's been watching the vlog. So hi Clifford, and he obviously wasn't too happy with the fact that we are sort of getting back on our feet and moving forward. So he rocked up and started threatening the old man, trying to get him to sort of fire us from our job here at the farm, and also sort of retract the property sale that happened, the new property that we bought off of the old man. And yeah, it seems like Clifford kind of still has it in for us for some reason. But anyway, the old man kind of went, yeah, give me a minute. And he made a phone call, and a few minutes later, some people rocked up. And yeah, Clifford got a very, very stern talking to by these people, and he was basically told to rather not come back here. And yeah, the best way I can put this is basically Clifford found himself as a featherweight in a heavyweight ring. He came here thinking that he can throw his weight around, and yeah, he got put in his place really good. And yeah, I love that. I feel so good about that. And yeah, he basically left town rapidly with his tail between his legs, and I don't think he'll be bothering us again. So yeah, anyway, we hung out at the house, and I met some really, really nice people. And yeah, obviously friends of the old man, been friends for many, many years. Some of them in some, like I said, some really high up professions. And yeah, it was interesting. Also, I spoke to one of the guys, and I sort of said to him, because he sort of asked what the plans were and all of that. And yeah, I told him about the new property that we just bought off of the old man, and what I kind of want to do over there, the secret that I've been keeping from you guys. And he was like, oh, by the way, I work with all of that, and I can get the permits and everything, like, today. He was like, no problem, I can get that to you, I can fast track that process. So as soon as we are ready, I can give him a call, and we'll have everything we need very, very quickly. So I was like, okay, cool. So yeah, I kind of felt bad because I kind of just met the guy, and I didn't want to be like pulling strings. And but no, he was super, super nice and cool about it. So he was just like, yeah, I mean, as soon as you're ready, give me a shout and we'll get it sorted. So yeah, that idea is going to happen. I'm not going to spoil it just yet, because I don't have the money to do it. So we know we can do it. We don't have the money to do it. So I'll have to figure that one out first. But I think I have an idea. And yeah, it kind of involves one of the other people that I met. But we'll get back to that at some point. But anyway, we also have to do a bit of work today. So that was story time. And yeah, I thought it was quite comical how that all played out. Because I thought that was going to be a really, really, really bad situation. And it turned out to be quite funny. So yeah. Anyway, we have to do a bit of work here today. We have to mow some grass and then turn all of that into hay bales. And the reason I want to do that today is because we are in our sort of window where we can start planting wheat. And we want to get wheat on the other grass field over there. But I want to get one more cut off of that before we do that. And I want to turn it all into hay bales. So we're going to be turning both fields into hay bales. And that'll sort of leave us that other field to get prepped and start planting. So yeah, that is the plan. So we're going to be mowing both fields, and then we'll have to do tethering and rowing and baling and collecting. Probably won't do all of it today, but we're going to do as much as we possibly can. And then the crops are getting really, really close to harvesting, which kind of overlaps a little bit with seeding the wheat field. So I'm a little bit nervous about that. But yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm sure we'll get it done. But yeah, the crops are like just a few days out. The soybean, the sunflower, and the corn, all just a few days, and we'll be in there harvesting. But anyway, we are going to grab all of the equipment that we need real quick, and we'll come out and, yeah, start work on these fields and see how much we can get done today. Alright, I have got the 7810, and I have got the mowers connected, and we're going to be heading out to the field here. So basically what I am going to do is, I'm going to go around and basically do a little headland with just the front mower. It just makes it a little bit easier. I think I might actually do 2 passes. I just find it a little bit easier to do it that way, because of, well, the gap between the front and the rear mowers actually makes it a little bit tricky to sort of do the corners and everything. And I find that if I use just the front mower and do like 1 or 2 passes, it actually makes it easier coming around to then use, well, front and back. So yeah, that is basically why I only use the front mower at first. And I did it previously, the previous time we cut this field, and it worked out really well. So I'm going to do that again. But yeah, just sort of my personal preference. It doesn't really matter how you do this, whichever way suits you best. But yeah, I think we are going to get this knocked out. So we'll go through and, I say, do a headland pass, maybe 2 passes. And then we'll get the back mower fired up. And yeah, we'll get this knocked out as quick as possible. We'll head up and do the other field at the overflow farm and get that mowed. And yeah, then we'll take it from there, see how much we can get done today. But we are going to get the drone out. We're going to jump into a quick time lapse and get this knocked out. So for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, well, that's enough of that for today anyway. So, well, for today's vlog anyway. I'll be carrying on with that a little bit later, but we'll probably leave that for the next vlog because it's just a little bit too much to get into one vlog, and it becomes a little bit boring. But I am on my way to the dealership because I just got a call from Eddie, and we are picking up a piece of equipment. So the old man organized with them to get a demo bale collector, and yeah, he basically said try it out and see what I think, and if I think it's worth getting on the farm, then we'll look into it. So yeah, we are gonna pick that up. It said that it's in the parking area, so we can just hook up and go. That's it there, I would think. Beautiful. Right, so that's gonna be fun. Will be well, it'll be a lot quicker than what we normally do, and I don't know, I'll be honest, I don't know if it's really worth spending the money. I mean, it's not my money, but obviously you know, I want to do what's best for the farm because that's also my job. So I don't want the farm to like spend unnecessary money and then go bankrupt and then I don't have a job. So I don't know, we'll test it out and we'll see how it goes. I'll sort of give my feedback, and yeah, then we'll sort of make a decision from there. It'll be nice to have it this time around anyway because we're going to have quite a lot of bales, and yeah, it'll also speed up the process quite a bit, which will be handy for us right now because we're on a little bit of a time pinch. But anyway, we are going to take this back to the farm and we'll drop it off there. We'll probably use it, I think, later today or tomorrow. Like I say, I'll probably try and carry on with that later on today, and I'll just put it in tomorrow's, or well, the next vlog, which will probably be tomorrow anyway. But yeah, we'll see. We'll just split it in 2 videos so that it's not too much in one go. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna drop this off, and I think what we'll do is we're gonna head up to the new property real quick because there's a bit of work that I want to get done over there. So we'll get that knocked out and then we'll see where we go. Alright, we are up at the property, and basically what I want to get done real quick is there's 2 trees that needs taken care of. So I started clearing out a little bit over here. Well, when I say a little bit, I actually just got rid of like one big bush that was over here. And that cleared it out a little bit because I think the little log cabin is going to sit somewhere around here. Thing is, this tree kind of needs to go, and while we're at it, this one is going to go as well just because, well, it's dead. And that's going to be really good for firewood because they should be relatively dry already. So, yeah, I'm kind of thinking probably dropping them that way because I kind of want to try and get them caught behind those trees there, so that they don't roll all the way down the hill. But if they do, it's fine. I mean, we can just head down to that road, and it's flat down there, and we can, yeah, process them down there. It might actually not be the worst idea to drop them so that they roll down. But anyway, we're going to try and keep them up on the hill here. It'll just probably not be easier, but, yeah, keep things close to home. Yeah, I think that'll work. Beautiful. Did it get caught? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. That worked perfectly well. And this one will probably drop that direction. And maybe I should move the buggy before I drop the tree on our little buggy here. Nice little buggy to drive around the property, I have to say. I haven't done a huge amount of work with it because, well, it doesn't load much. But, yeah, it's handy to sort of drive around with. Like a little, well, it's basically a little utility side-by-side thing, isn't it? Right, okay. We're going to try and drop it sort of behind that tree. Let's see if we can get this relatively accurate. Timber! Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. So, that's going to sit right there. That's not going to go down the hill, which is good. So, I think I probably should have brought the tractor over here rather than this. But we'll go get the tractor and we'll cut this into little bits. and yeah, take them over to the log splitter. We won't be splitting today, but we'll just we'll keep them there ready to go, and yeah, we'll be back in a second. Alright, so a little bit of a change of plans, and yeah, I forgot to kind of film it because I was trying to figure out what to do, and yeah, I forgot, so sorry about that, but we're here now, we've got the logs out, and I was gonna sort of chop them up over there, but I decided not to do that because firstly, I was afraid that they're gonna roll down the hill, because, well, if I chop them into pieces, they're not wedged behind the trees anymore, and also, it's quite narrow to get them out of there with the front loader. So I would have to cut them into small bits, and I don't want to cut them into small bits because that means I have to load more frequently when actually splitting the wood. So I want to keep them as long as possible. And yeah, so I decided to get the grapple and just sort of drag them out of there, which worked like a charm. But yeah, we are going to leave them here for now, I guess. And that'll probably do. But we'll turn them into firewood soon enough. I do actually have a few orders that I need to fill, so yeah, we'll probably have to get that done. But it is nice and clear over here now. Oh, that was the other thing. It's quite dense over here, so it's really hard to see what you're doing and quite uncomfortable to work in. So I thought, nah, we'll just pull the logs out and take them where it's easier to work with. And like I said, I can keep them longer lengths over there, which makes it a lot quicker to sort of load and split. But yeah, this is shaping up pretty nicely now. So the next thing is going to be to sort of clear out a lot of this vegetation. And then we can kind of start building over here. That is the plan at least. So yeah, I don't know. I might take out a few more trees. Maybe like this this bush over here I might actually take out. I don't know. It just depends. I don't have a 100% set spot just yet. But I think it's kind of going to be like right here. I want the front door to be. Because that'll be some view out of the little house here, or the log cabin. So yeah, looking forward to it. It's getting there. It's just some sort of little bits and pieces of work when I can. Kind of like now. But we do need to head back to the farm, and I need to get a bit more work done today. We'll carry on with the grass fields there. We need to get that knocked out because we need to get that top field, the one at the overflow farm. We need to get that emptied and cleared of grass and bales and all of that good stuff so that we can get in there and get it ready for seeding real soon. And harvesting is going to be on top of us in a few days here as well. So yeah, I'm basically going to wrap it up here real quick. I'll get everything just sort of parked up neatly and I'll head back to the farm. But we are going to leave it there for today though. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up and I'll see you all next time.